So envision looking into a full-length mirror, seeing yourself as a whole beautiful being from head to toe. You can see every detail of your image and it is solid. Now imagine someone coming along and smashing that mirror. Now what was once a beautiful solid image is now fragmented. And I use that as a metaphor for the way that our life tends to fragment as we move through, as we deal with life circumstances and traumas and things that go unresolved. These fragments, they become vulnerabilities to us. They make us vulnerable to frequencies or energies that may be out of character and may make us act in ways that we don't really resonate with, or feel or think in ways that we don't resonate with really. But that trauma has a way of saying, hey, I've been hurt. I have a reason to be this way. I have a reason to feel this way. I have a reason to behave this way. And it justifies. And it's all part of that negative attachment that I feel comes with the vulnerability created by the fracture in the first place. So when it comes to this energy, we found that it's detectable in a person's electromagnetic field, and that we may be very much carrying with us energy that has gone unresolved, or trauma, or experiences that we've had in our lives that maybe have been at such a frequency that we were unable to filter that energy or to absorb it the way that it needed to be absorbed. And so I really think that, in some cases, in some traumas and situations that go unresolved, that we can have a frequency in our energy that gets stuck out there because it's just, going at such a frequency or a hertz that it isn't possible to absorb. And then I think that energy kind of dies out in that energetic field, leaving a stain behind or a shadow. And I was looking at photon shadow, and I'm thinking that it might be something very similar to that that's kind of left out there in the energetic field. And it's not just left out there, but it's kind of like a beacon to, problems for you. And it's a vulnerability, like I was saying. And this energy is actually very much detectable in your electromagnetic field. People that practice and study the electromagnetic field have found that there are deficiencies that come up before people get sick. There's deficiencies in the electromagnetic field that come up as a result of trauma or mental illness, or, a myriad of reasons or problems even could cause your electromagnetic field to have these vulnerabilities. And I do believe, like I said, it comes from a frequency that was, unabsorbable for whatever reason. And so what do we do now that it's stuck out there in the energetic field? It's like, well, what do I do about it? I didn't even know it was there. Well, chances are you didn't, and the reason is probably because it's way out there. It's not right here by the body like most people would think. And a lot of healing practices are applied very close to the body. But as it turns out, it's not just about this body, but the whole field of energy that surrounds the body and the environment, as we've discussed before. But for the sake of this video, we're discussing the immediate energy that surrounds us, that electromagnetic field. And so, like I said, it's detectable at about 5 to 6 feet from your body in all directions, your electromagnetic field. And with these traumas and these dark shadow energies that might be still out there in that electromagnetic field causing dissonance, they are out there. They're not real close. And so you really want to kind of get in there and find where those vulnerabilities are and break up the frequency there. Because in the world of healing through frequency, the idea is to move the energy, to break up any dissonant frequencies and to have them be filtered by the chakra system, the energetic cores in your body, or alternately, some people believe that it just breaks up that energy and allows it to disperse. Again, being filtered out somehow, some way. And we do that through several different methods. We do that with, some people use radio frequency, some people use music and frequency of sound, like electronic sound, and some people use crystal bowls. I'm maybe one of those people. And tuning forks, which is one of my favorite tools to be using at the moment, because it is the simplest tool to be able to detect that energy and to clear it up. And what I found is that when you get into the energy field with a tuning fork, you can actually feel where it's harmonious and good, because the fork is resonating at the sound and frequency that it should be. But when it runs into something that's dissonant, that fork will resonate differently. It may even put off a different sound. It definitely can make enough of a difference in the frequency that you're able to feel it as it vibrates in your hand. So, and you also do feel like a blockage in the energy. There's like literally a pushback when you come up against that dissonant energy. And the way that it is cleared, like I said, is there's several methods. And using a tuning fork, you can just push that energy through, clearing it up slowly, breaking up that frequency. And that is something that pretty much has to be done by someone else. And the reason is you cannot reach the edges of your own electromagnetic field. And that's also part of the reason why it's just not a part of our consciousness. It's just way out there, we can only reach about 2.5, 3 feet, in all directions. So we have no way of reaching the edges of that electromagnetic field. So we do need somebody to help us to clear that energy. And so there are different people that can help you do it. You may just check locally if you're looking for somebody that can heal you through sound. There are probably some sound healers in your area. But an alternate to that is I'm going to try and put out some videos and see what we can do. We'll do some experimenting with some stuff. I thought it might be kind of fun, and to see how that goes. And then I also want to talk about, remote healing, distant healing, and Reiki. When you understand that your electromagnetic field is made of photons and electrons, then you start to realize that on a quantum level, things that are connected share information. And because of that, it would lead me to believe that it is possible that if you have the right connection, that yes, you can send frequency or healing or intention over very, very vast distances. So there have been several scientific experiments with regard to remote healing, and there have been even some scientific experiments that were very top secret with regard to remote healing. So I do think it's all very possible, and I do think the most effective way always is to have that in-person, one-on-one with another human being. There is really nothing more healing than the connection of another person. So I hope this video helped you guys in some way. It was my pleasure. I wish you all the best. Take care.